In this video tutorial, we will build a React application that uses the MindFusion charting library to render a financial chart that gets updated with the stock price data at regular intervals in real time. What is interesting to note is that the chart library is written in pure JavaScript, so most of our sample will demonstrate how to integrate a third-party JavaScript library into a native React application. We start by creating a new React app with the Create React App tool. We call it Real-Time Chart. Here it is. Let's go to its directory. Now we'll go to the page of the JavaScript Chart library on npm and copy the name of the package. We install it. This is a pure JavaScript package, so we will actually be integrating a JS library into the React component we've started to build. We start with an empty file, which we save in the source folder of our React application. The first things to add are the imports of the classes from the MindFusion Common library, which is one of the dependencies of the charting library. Then we import jQuery, React, and the charting namespace, which we map with charting. We start writing the React component real-time chart. First, we will add the return method, which returns a canvas. This canvas is required by the chart to render itself. We assign a reference to the canvas because we must be able to refer to it. In the constructor, we create the React reference and then initialize a child property in the state. The initial value of this chart property is null. In the component.didMount method, we will create the stock chart. We create an instance of the candlestick chart control, which is a class located in the JavaScript chart library with the full path being mindfusion.charting.controls. Because we have imported the whole JavaScript charting library with charting as a mapping, we need to add once again charting before referring to the classes in the namespace with their full path. So this makes a long list of referrals. We use the reference to the canvas to provide it in the candlestick constructor. After we've created the chart, we go on with the customizations that are the same as if the project was pure JavaScript. We add some general settings like candlestick width, font size, chart title, and we hide the legend. Then we add the code for the axis. We set the scale for the x-axis, hide its coordinates, and assign title labels to both axes. The last customizations that we do to the chart is to specify the grid type and grid colors. Then we assign brushes that will be used to paint the candlesticks. We also assign a highlight brush and brush for the axis labels. Now, if we've done everything right, we should be able to see our chart, which has no data. We change the API file to return the real-time chart component. We go to the folder of the project and run npm start. Here is our chart. It is empty, but it shows. Now we will add the method that reads and feeds data to the chart. We create a data list of type MindFusionList and initialize a variable called intervalID, which represents the method that will be triggered by a timer. We save in the React component state in the chart, the data list and the interval ID. We need this interval ID in the component willUnmount method. It is not used in the data method. In the update stock method, we get the JSON with the data from the Alpha Vantage service. This is a stock market data service, which you can use for free, albeit with some restrictions. So we parse the JSON data that we've received and create a stock price for all stock price recording in the data array. We add those stock price instances to the data list that we've passed through the React state field. We create a stock price series with the stock price data list and add it to the series collection of the chart. Then we draw the chart. Note that we check if the series is already present, and if yes, we remove the first data from the data list. This way we make our chart render the latest stock values. Now we must call the update stock method from component didMount. The last thing we should do is to clear the interval in the component will unmount method. That is why we kept the timer in the state. Now we can clear it. Let's run the application. Here is our chart, and it gets updated on regular intervals as set by our timer. And this is all for this tutorial. We have shown you how you can integrate a third-party library written in pure JavaScript in a React component. We have also built a candlestick chart that gets updated in real time. You can find the link to download the complete code of this sample in the video description. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your interest in MindFusion developer tools.